So what's going on with this Uber? The Uber's announced something which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is great news. So, Uber is doing this thing where it's like Uber Plus, and as a female, you can request a female driver. And as a female driver, you can make it a priority to have female passengers. There's
Okay,
been a lot of issues, and a
sure.
lot of them have been covered up, and they've come out over the years about the fact of like the number of inappropriate incidents, assaults that have happened between
Ugh.
passengers and drivers. And I think just a lot of times it's also just about your own safety. I mean, sometimes the reason you're calling an Uber is you've had one too many at the bar, and it's at night and I mean, not to say that everybody's like incapacitated, but I'm just saying a lot of times you're calling on an Uber because you're in a position where you are not fit to drive or
I
you
think they
can't.
should have done this a long time ago. I mean, it only makes sense to me. I mean, we've all read the stories and stuff like that. Like, I would never let Wileen, the sweet Wileen, take an Uber by herself.
Why?
Because I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anyone. Not that they would make a move, but they know where we live. They know where she lives. I mean, it could become an issue. I don't know this person. But if it was a female situation, I think I would be like, yeah, go ahead. Go on with
What if
the
she's single
nice
white
thing.
female? She's like, now I know where you live.
Yeah.
Now I know where you work.
Well,
Now I know everything. I mean, it's just, I
I'm
it's
talking by
interesting because like
yourself.
California, there's a group that's pushing back. They're saying that it's,
What? What is their argument? Really?
that it's basically it's a form of discrimination, that they're discriminating against male drivers, that male, I mean, honestly, like
Well,
it's a for real lawsuit.
talk to the male drivers that committed a crime or something, you know.
Well, it's like baby with the
Um,
bathwater. They're saying like just because you can't pool everyone together, just because somebody acted inappropriately doesn't mean that everybody that works for this company is behaving
is behaving
inappropriately.
that way.
So
Well,
they're saying, we're all being punished for a few bad actors. And if this were the other way around, if they were saying men could do this, there'd be this outrage where it's like, you're discriminating against women. And they're like, well, how about you're discriminating against men? They're making that argument. I'm not
okay.
saying anything about the
Yeah.
argument. I'm just
I
saying this
hear.
is the argument they're making.
Okay. Yeah, because I just find it safer. I mean, if it's going to make a woman more comfortable, I think that's great.
Now, keep in
Let's be
mind, this
honest.
also goes for the driver. She could say, I'm not taking big party because I only drive women. And
That's
that's what they're
fine.
pushing back.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. I'm a good Uber rider. I communicate, I talk, I try to be friendly. I mean, the Ubers here are a lot different than like Las Vegas. They're a lot different. They like have, and I don't know what it's like in Chicago, but like
Kind of
in
like being in a
Vegas,
taxi. It's not like anything.
yeah. All right. So the Ubers in Vegas, it seems like they like give you water. I think it's because of the desert, which I think you should be leery of drinking that now that I think about it. But they also have food and candy and snacks and stuff like that. They make it completely comfortable for the rider. Have you not experienced that? It's pretty nuts. Now I wouldn't eat it because what if they drug me and now I'm in, being taken into the desert, being taken advantage of. So you know.
You have a lot of anxiety and fear around strangers. They're like,
I
what if
love
they know where I
strangers.
live now? You're like, well, of course
No.
they do. You put it into the.
Yes, exactly. And next you know it, I'm getting robbed or something like that. It's not like
So do you just
that.
never take Ubers then?
No, I take Ubers with Wileen, and I'll take it by myself. I was saying I don't like her taking one by herself. I just don't like her taking one by herself because of all those weird stories that I've heard about things that have happened to super beautiful women like the sweet Wileen. So, hey. People can be creepy. And I think all the women listening right now is probably agreeing on the fact that it needs to happen. There needs to be females driving females if that's what your product, if that's what you want, you know.
It's nice to
I
have
mean,
that preference. I mean, it's
yeah,
nice to be able to have that. Personally, I mean, I haven't had any bad
issue.
experiences.
I haven't either.
But I also know that there are people probably that are survivors of bad experiences that also feel that sort of anxiety. being in an enclosed space with a strange somebody of the opposite sex, man or female.